Well, hello there and welcome to Prague. More specifically, my favorite and the most beautiful coffee place I believe there is. And you can tell I'm a local here because when I order a cup of coffee, I get 3 cookies. You'll only get 1 because I'm a local, they like me. I feel like we never talk enough about beautiful places in Prague that are worth not only seeing and visiting, but spending some time in. And this is definitely one of them. We are inside one of our cubist buildings in Prague, built by architect Gočár. They have his Bista here, just above the piano. And this place is located on a first floor. So you also get very nice view overlooking the street. And in the summer or spring, you can sit on the balcony where I usually hang around and I wave at tourists at the bottom that listen to the guide talk about the building, but very few of them actually go inside. If they eventually make it inside, they take a picture of the beautiful staircase, but I think you should really set foot into this coffee place. Sometimes people ask us where to go for breakfast, and this place, whenever I come here in the morning, is actually quite empty. There's other famous coffee places that people go for breakfast to, and they're usually very, very busy. Well, this one's not. They do Eggs Benedict and so on, so you can try it in the morning. And it's also important to mention that they do not accept credit cards. It's one of the very few places I know in Prague, so you have to have cash. And I also would like to mention that the guys at the service here, there are 2 groups, are the most amazing, funniest people I know in Prague. They're really, really cool. They're the kind of jokers that if you walk into this coffee place with our book, they'll borrow it and they'll sign it on the page where we recommend this place. Or if you'll be on a FaceTime with someone, they'll definitely join into the phone call. They're great guys. This is so much better than running around in Slovakia, if you know what I mean. So we were just up there. It's the first floor of the beautiful cubist building. Don't mistake it for the coffee place that is downstairs. That's a different one that doesn't have the same atmosphere as the one above, which is much nicer. And as I've mentioned multiple times, my favorite. All right, let's show you another place downtown. Another coffee place we'd like to show you is special because it's in very downtown location. This is the main touristic path that people follow to go to the bridge and the castle, but instead of following that, we're gonna make a left and go the first street to the right. If you get lost, do not panic. Open the link below the video. There's a map that will show you where the places are. Café Montmartre, even though it's in the very heart of the city center. Francouzsky? Montmartre? To chceš? Café Montmartre is... Café Montmartre on Řetězová street. Yeah. This coffee place is very... Montmartre, ne? No tak mě nech už. Tak můžu... Café Montmartre is a... Even though we're in the very heart of the city, in the very city center, Café Montmartre during the day is very quiet and calm, so you can play a game of chess, checkmate, but during the evening it turns more into a bar because they have beer on tap, so you can get a drink, but during the day it's a calm place like this. I believe I have mentioned a million times that I love views, so this next coffee place, Café NONA, is special for me, especially because of the view. No way! Which is the communist police. You gotta avoid them. These are not regular arcade games. They're adjusted to the theme of the Velvet Revolution that we had in Czechoslovakia back in '89. We made an episode about it. So you can play these, but as I mentioned, they're themed. So you're trying to drive the president. Here you're trying to escape from the communist police beating up students. Over there you play Tetris, but once again themed. Very interesting. I don't know till when this exhibition is here, but if you go to the coffee, play a game here. Really cool. Oh, right, coffee place. Café Nona is on the second floor, and the street that is here is not straight, it's sort of in a turn. That's why you have this beautiful view overlooking Národní. And in the evening you can see these two beautiful buildings that are amazingly lit up. Even though we didn't get the table with the amazing view, there's still places to sit around inside the coffee. And it also offers nice views. I love the ceiling here. And if I switch position with Honza, you'll see what I'm looking at, which is also worth looking at. This is Kampa Island that looks quite different in the summer and in the winter. And attached to it is a coffee place called Kavárna Mlýnská with a big water mill next to it. This would almost be the mecca of the Prague coffee places. But don't forget, keep in mind that even though it's called a coffee place, it may be that during the day. But this place, especially in the evening, is more of a pub, a bar. They have many different types of beers on tap. But during the day, you can have a fresh lemonade or obviously a coffee. Here on this bar, which is very, very unique, and you should discover all the things that are in it. And now, let's be honest. We do remember we have mentioned this place on one of the previous episodes, but we don't remember which one. That's why we wanted to show it to you again. So if you are a frequent viewer and you know we've already shown this place and you're like, this is a re-upload, what are you showing me? Tell us which episode was it, please. There's way too many of them. Yet another place that is very unique because it looks like it's in the middle of a parking lot, but it's not. The entrance to it is through this hideous parking lot, but the actual coffee place is one of the most beautiful I know. This coffee place is called Kavárna, co hledá jméno, which would translate to coffee place looking for its name. It doesn't really need a name because it's so popular that sometimes there are lines outside the door. But trust me, it's worth the wait because their Eggs Benedict, their breakfast, are the best I ever had. So they're very popular for that. And the interior is absolutely amazing. It's an old building that was a ruin, and I know the people who turned it into what it is now, so I bow to them. It's also worth mentioning the bar here. It's a single piece of wood. It's a huge tree. I have no idea how they got it here, but when they sliced the top off it, they used it as the board up there. So it's very, very unique. Don't expect any Instagram opportunities in this mirror, yet this is a very popular wall on Instagram, because if you look left, you always look right. And if you're like me and you like to have a late breakfast on a weekend, they are making their Eggs Benedict breakfast till 3 p.m. So you can show up at 2 and they'll still make breakfast for you. Ideal for me. And they also sell a cool book here. Let me sign this one. There you go, ready for you. My friend Kaczka, who's also the owner of this place, told us that the band Lumineers were actually here multiple times for breakfast because they looked it up and they claimed that these were the best Eggs Benedict they ever had. So try them for yourself. We are making videos, episodes about Prague every week, so subscribe to stay updated, not only about coffee places and where to eat and where to go, but there's still some open cases that are waiting for a big change. So if you want to stay up to date with that, subscribe. It's coming, I promise. And a Czech word at the end is pražená, roasted. Pražená káva, roasted coffee. Not as in like roasting a person, you know.